Alright, so we're gonna be looking at yesterday's stuff still. How to find the missing side. That's what we saw yesterday. Let me see what is given. I see my 90-degree angle. The side that is farthest away from my 90-degree angle is my hypotenuse. Now from 15 degrees, remember the side that is far away is opposite. The one that is close to is adjacent. So that's my adjacent. I gave you guys an acronym, SOH CAH TOA. So I have A and H. That means I'm going to be using cosine. So I have that cosine of 15 degrees is equal to x over 18 because cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. Because the x is on top, let me multiply both sides by 18. Now 18 times cosine of 15, grab my calculator. Make sure you guys are on degrees. Notice how I have degrees. You could be under radians, you could be under gradients, could be different things. So make sure you guys are under degrees. Your screen should show degrees. Sometimes it only shows a D for degrees. So I'm just going to go 18 times, in my case, I had to type in 15 first. So notice I have 18 times cosine of 15. Now this number, ignore it for right now because that's cosine of 15. I want to know what's 18 times cosine of 15. So don't forget the equal sign. I'm going to run it to one decimal place. So I'm going to call this 17.4. I expected my number to be less than 18 since my hypotenuse, the biggest side, is 18. 17.4 sounds about right. Take a look at number 6. I have the hypotenuse and I have the opposite. So that means I'm going to be using sine. I have that sine of 23 degrees is equal to x over 16. The x is on top, so let me multiply both sides by 16 to get x by itself. Let me grab my calculator, so I have to go 16 times. In my case, I had to type in the number first and then sine. I take a look at my calculator. 16 times sine of 23. Yeah, that's what I wanted. This decimal, that's sine of 23. But I want to know what 16 times sine of 23. So don't forget the equal sign. 6.25. I'm going to round it to one decimal place. So I'm going to call this 6.3. Looking at number 7. Look, I'm looking for my hypotenuse this case. I'm expecting my answer to be more than 19. Right? Logically expected to be more than 19. I have the hypotenuse and the adjacent, so I know I'm going to be using cosine. Cosine of 21 is equal to 19 over x. Okay, so the x is on top, it's at the bottom. So let me multiply both sides by x to get rid of fraction. So I have that x times cosine of 21 is equal to 19. So I have that x is going to be 19 divided by cosine of 21. I'm going to divide both sides by cosine of 21. So let's take a look. 19 divided by, so I see my screen, 19 divided by cosine of 21. Remember I said I expect my answer to be more than 19? Some of you guys might be like, wait, that number is not more than 19. Yeah, because that number is cosine of 21. Don't forget the equal sign. Now 20.35. Rounded to one decimal place, I'm going to call that 20.4. Looking at question number 8, the hypotenuse is given. So I'm expecting my side, which is the adjacent, I expect x to be less than 17. Remember, hypotenuse is the biggest, so my x should be less than 17. All right, I'm looking at cosine in this case. Cosine of 18 is equal to x over 7. My x is on top, so I multiply both sides by 17 to get rid of fraction. 17 times cosine of 18. Let's see. 17 times cosine of 18. So I have 17 times cosine of 18 equals, I want to call this 16.2. Right? The 6 pushes the 1 over, so 16.2.